Good morning. I am in Peninsula State Park at Welker's Point. Good morning. In Door County, Wisconsin, just outside of Fish Creek. And I am here today to take a look at Welcher Campground at Welcher Point. This is Welcher Point, which is on the northeasternish edge of the park. I've got the rest of Door County over there. Look off over that way and you'll start to see the UP of Michigan. So I have toured much of this park before. There's a few things I want to try to hit today beyond the campground. And the campground tour is going to be fairly short. It's going to be a little bit of walking tour. It is very consistent throughout. There's not a lot of variety. So I'm not going to do a full driving tour of it. I got a couple other spots to go and a story to tell you in the middle of the video. So let's come along and take a look around. All right, so this is my campsite. Flat, nicely paved, got a little extra room on the side, plenty of room for a couple of vehicles. Well, let's look at another one. Flat, plenty of room, lots of pad, plenty of places for tents, campers, whatever. There's no power here. All of the sites are like this. I could do a driving tour. You would be able to see into every site. It is fairly open between. It is wooded. You have room for hammocks, as you can see over there. There's trails right off. This one's right backed up to a trail. So let me just show you that quick. This would be the Sunset Trail, I believe. Hop on your bike, take off that way, short ride over that way to, oh shoot, I forgot the name of it now. Another campground and a beach. There's a separate trail off the other side of the campground that takes you more directly there. This is the campground, but there's almost 100 sites. I don't think anybody wants me to bore them with a long driving tour. I'm here on a Thursday night in August, and it was very comfortable. I had to use my comforter, which is great. Nice, cool sleeping weather. And it's almost completely full. I booked my site actually yesterday morning, and there was only 4 sites available. Unfortunately, yes, there is no power here, and with the tree cover here, solar panels don't get you a lot of extra help. Coming up over here somewhere, there is the other trail that will jet you off to Nicolay Bay campground and beach. So it's not a long walk, and certainly if you got a bike, it's an easy trek over. Like I said, this campground is full, and there are a lot of kids here, and a lot of kids on bikes. So I don't feel like I should just be driving in circles just to tour this campground. So I'm in the back loop right now, 587 here. Okay, between 574, 572 is the trail that takes you over to Nicolay Bay. And then that trail isn't well marked, but continues on-ish. There's connecting trails all over to all the different restrooms, and there are quite a few of them, and several shower houses throughout. Look at a sense of the size of the sites. What's got me surprised here is the number of RVs and pop-ups and things here, considering there's no power. So much room. So the campground is on big loop with a center run down the middle of it, and the camp host is kind of plunked down in the middle. The camp host welcomes you to come with your devices that need to be charged because they're the only site that has power. There are signs in every bathroom. Do not leave your phones or devices unattended as they're charging, because there's outlets in the bathrooms. But besides the big loop, there's this side spur, 111 through 511 through 518. It's just this loop over here. I'll just sort of gently walk it, but if you got a group, this is the place to go. This loop backs up to the trail, the Sunset Trail over there. And as I was walking that late last night, I saw at least 5 deer tucked away. It kind of freaked me out because the eyes were low. I don't know what animal was low, but they were bedded down. Again, all big sites. No sites in the middle. They're all on the outside. And that's the loop. Not sure if you heard that proclamation from inside a tent. Oh, I got too much stuff. There are a few campers here that had to bring the big cargo trailer to bring all their stuff. However, it can be hard to carry all the bikes you need sometimes with a big family, and maybe bring the kayaks to put in and everything else. So you can bring all the stuff. If you're here long enough, you'll be able to use it. Or you can camp simply. So that's my very basic tour of Welcher's Point Campground in Peninsula State Park. What more can I say? It's a beautiful little spot. Book early, especially if you want to bring a group. Everything in this park is pretty full. I did try to sneak into some of those prime spots that I know about, but yeah, I was way out of luck of that. I could have gotten close on one that might have been a waterfront park spot in Nicolet Bay, but I hadn't been here yet, so I figured I gotta try to give you this experience. Okay, it's story time. I'm here at the lighthouse. I came out here last night to get some photos of the sunset, and then stuck around to get some nighttime photos, which took quite a while of waiting. So I was set up back in the corner over there, shooting up at the lighthouse, set up my shot after some sunset photos, and then hung around. While waiting, there were 2 tours of like ghost tours, telling the story of a child who grew up here in the lighthouse in the March or something like that, was sent down to the water with a bucket of water to bring water up, stepped on the ice flipped, kid went under. And then there's this whole story about a ranger having seen some kid running around here and found out the story about the kid flipping and realized it was that kid that was kind of haunting the area. So 2 tours had seen that group, had seen that story last night. So I've been here middle of the night. It's pitch black out here. The only light I'm working with is I do a little light painting to light things up. But I was standing at one point, I decided near the end of my night, I was over on the other side of the flagpole over there, just outside, and a pickup truck pulls up. And I'm like, huh, I wonder what that's about. And they just come in, and then a dad and I think 2 daughters hopped out, and they had this really weak flashlight. It could barely light what was right in front of them. And they came down the path, and they were somewhere over here at the edge of the building. And I don't know if they at that point finally saw me by the glow of my screen on my camera or not. It was very weak, but dad went, wait, is this the place where, and the girl screamed and took off, and dad ran, hopped in the pickup truck, and they tore out of here. They got a little freaked out. Sorry, I'm just standing there. All right, I'm up at Eagle Panorama right now, and I cannot pass up a selfie stand. Gotta hit them all. Remember, Wisconsin looks better with you. Out there, that's Welcher's Point. That's where the campground is that we just looked over. Come along the shoreline and you get into Nicolet Bay north, and then around the bay to the southern campground of Nicolet Bay. Horseshoe Island off over there. I actually see a kayak out there in the horseshoe right now. Hashtag Scenic Wisconsin. Okay, not that Eagle Point wasn't a great view, but they decided to make it one better and up the game considerably. This is Eagle Tower. Now, we have a tower. That's not unusual. What's unusual is there is an accessible ramp for this tower. Let's go walk it. No bikes or rollerblades on the tower ramp. It's not what it's intended for. And that would be the donor tower. Rest stop if you need it. Because when have I ever been at a point where this stuff was useful? Get our geology lesson. I really like that it's an out and back design, so that you don't feel like you have to park in a separate section. Everybody parks in the same spot, whether you're climbing or walking up. So not only do we get the viewpoint, we are up pretty much at top of tree level, even at a high point. And looking over a bluff, I'm sure the birds do like to hover. Oh, you can see Horseshoe Island so much better from up here. So the info sign here showing where all the islands and what you're looking at are kind of nice. It gives you crossovers of past things, theater, when there's a Native American village here, game farm that only lasted till 37, grave of the Potawatomi chief. There's like different overlays of things that had been here in the past. So this map is showing you all the different shipwrecks over the years. A lot of them around Egg Harbor and Bailey's Harbor. They didn't do a very good job of getting in and out of those. Okay, Horseshoe Island. Beyond that, you can actually see Michigan shoreline up there. It is so clear today. It fades off somewhere around there. Up at this extra height gets you that extra distance. Coming back out. Alright. I got the rest of Door County over there. Alright, let's spin over on the other side here. There's Horseshoe Island on the right. Welker's Point out there, going into Nicolay Bay on the left. And there are campsites starting right around in that area that you can book. And you lose it behind the tree. Look beyond, you can see some of the other islands on the other side. This is a decent mid-level rise too, but you can't quite make out Horseshoe Island from here, so you need those few extra feet. I think they need a bigger sign for no bikes. Bicycles, rollerblades, skateboards, scooters are not accessible. Strollers are permitted, so that family probably should have brought a stroller up. There is a bike rack for that purpose, buddy, so you're not riding down there with families riding up. So I know you're thinking that's a lot of money for a few people who might come up here on a wheelchair, but right now I got a older woman up there with her cane. There's no way she'd make those stairs. Families with their little kids, they can walk up easily. This isn't just for handicap access. This is for, I can really see the accessibility level of this, of the people who made it to the top of that tower, that there's no way they would have looked at a tower or even thought about going up it before. I'm working my way towards Eagle Trail Overlook, and I'm very impressed by all these little benches that actually have a view. Okay, bear with me. I thought I was about to end the video now, but I didn't have to do the stairs to get to the top of the tower, so I'm going to take the difficult trail down the stairs and see what this offers. Well, this Eagle Terrace Overlook. It's a good view into the towns over there. Well, this is as good a place as any to end the video. So, that's Welcher's Point Campground, which I couldn't catch before. I don't think there was any pit toilets. They were all flush toilets, all shower houses, which means they all have running water, which means they need to shut it down before there's any chance of it freezing. So that campground closes earlier than some of the others. For that reason, they need to winterize that place. So really nice campground. Bring your bikes. It's a great way to access all the trails out here. Eagle Tower, amazing new structure, so accessible. And, you know, in my mind, I guess I've always been a little closed-minded in my head about what accessible means. And now I can truly see it may take a while, but my mom could get there now. You know, you look at that tower, if you were to walk up the tower, there's a first landing. Most people would get to that landing and go, oh, I can't go any further. And they didn't have any view. You get to the top, that tower is tall enough, gets you high enough, and on a beautiful, clear day like today, bring out your binoculars or your telescope, you can see land all the way around the water. There is no spot that isn't visible with the right equipment. If you're at that height, you can see over the curve of the earth at that point. It's a beautiful new structure and well worth the visit. Now, Eagle Terrace. Up there, shiny and new. Down here, beautiful work to get you down to this natural terrace. That's why I'm ending my video here, because I got nobody down here. I'm all alone. I can talk to you. So thanks for coming along on this journey. I hope you got something out of it. Get your best campsite. Look at the other videos that I have of Peninsula State Park, all the other campgrounds. There's quite a few of them because there are so many sites here. No way of packing them all into one video. Go back, search those, looking for that perfect site up here. There are some beautiful waterfront sites for both tent camping and RV camping. Different campgrounds for those. Lots of great viewpoints, just good camping. If you just want your basic tent site and a place to launch off from, there's lots of that to do here. And it's a good place to launch out to the rest of Door County and explore those other state parks, county parks. County parks are great. And there's a lot of county preserves where they're preserving land that you can find and explore. So thanks for coming along. Please like and subscribe if you found this useful, and get on out there. Now I gotta climb that.